My name is Elliot Ayala.
My name is Claytor Sanchez.
My name is Cecilia De Leon.
My name is Jorge Banuelos.
My name is Cristina Hernandez.
My name's Andrew Farias.
Yeah, I guess to me, depression is always, it's something that, and I guess it's coming out right now. It's something that's hard to talk about. It's just like hard to put it into words. I think even like words fail, even my own words. Like what I think and what I feel is not entirely expressed with the words that I say, and then that is often there's like a lot of disconnect with what with like the other person and what they understand.
I think for me, depression is more like a seasonal type thing, and it's not like I'm depressed when winter comes or when spring comes. It's like the overarching like macro trend of being depressed. It's just like a season that affects me at one point. It'll let up. I'll think everything's cool, and it'll just kind of like loom over me.
It's confusing, and it's not necessarily like feeling sad. It's just not having the energy to be happy, or just internal conflict for me.
Depression to me is not being able to be you. In a broader sense, it's more like you're sad all the time.
I guess to me, like depression isn't just sadness, right? I feel like it's a whole different type of emotion.
Sometimes it comes across as sadness, but yeah, a lot of the times I describe it as feeling like a void, really.
When I'm in an episode, like I don't cry. I'm like very emotionless, right? Like there's like no feelings coming up. It's kind of like me like disassociating, right? Just kind of like I'm not like in that moment. Like I'm not there, right? Like I'm like not there in the moment.
It's kind of like I don't want to exist. I think that sounds a little bit edgy, but yeah, I think that's like the way I'd kind of like that's the way I feel it when it comes about. Yeah.
And it's not like I'm actively do shit. This is gonna kill me. But it's like I may not look both ways when I go into traffic. I'm not gonna care how I eat. I'm not gonna really care how my grades look. I'm not checking my bank account. It's more so just like living to the point of exhaustion, with a willful acceptance that I'm going to get exhausted and expire at some point.
Also, like very hard to describe to people who don't have it, right? Because they just think it's like sadness. They think it's just a temporary problem. But like for me, it's not a temporary problem. It's with me every day, whether I like it or not.
It's kind of like a cloud that just hangs there, and you're not always sure if the cloud is there, but looking is enough to scare you to think it might be back.
So it's kind of just like this cyclical thing.
Like ups and downs, being in like a kind of like a mental roller coaster.
And so it's just like very hard for me to like engage in daily life activities, right? Like I don't want to eat, no, I don't want to talk, like I don't want to go to class, like all of those different things, right?
So it's always kind of like this relationship. If it's like, if my mental health's bad, then so is everything else. But if things are going okay, then I'm probably feeling okay as well.
I've been depressed on campus, especially like winter term. I feel was like one of my hardest times with like the weather just being so horrible, and some of my classes just really like making me struggle so much. And it really gets difficult because I don't know who to turn to. I mean, I know I have a lot of really close, amazing friends, but at the same time, with the background that I have, like being Mexican American, it's like you don't want to talk about how you're doing mentally because you want to portray this idea of like, oh, everything's okay. All you need to worry about is like how you're doing financially, how you're doing physically, and not so much what's going on inside of your head.
But yeah, it's something that it's like hard to talk about, and it's like weird to talk about, you know.
So yeah, I guess like depression is just like it's like something that you could probably never ever describe to someone, because like also like maybe because you don't want to like talk about the impact it has, but yeah, it's just like maybe perhaps one of the worst feelings in this world.
So trying to talk to people here at Carleton is incredibly difficult because of the way I was raised. Is you don't talk about how you're doing mentally. Everything's okay, but in reality, not everything's okay, and no one wants to talk about that.